요즘 사람씩 기워 질투 Too clean with the drip 난 좀 배로 그러면 난 전부 about it 걸려 respect on my name 우리 눈빛부터 달라 I don't play no games
나 주저하지 않아 no bring the loose 말이 너무 많아 우리 실력으로 증명해 전부 백관도 noise
뒤에서만 떠들어 감당 못해 절대 넌
난 I keep it slick 그 태도가 날 설명해 그저 앞만 보고 달려 비약꽃 없어 그냥 부딪혀
뒤에서 씹어대는 게 너의 뜻기 발이 걸려 그럼 언제든지 call me 준비됐다 준비됐어 지금부터 알려줄게 수없이 내 attitude 난 got the attitude 숨길 게 없어 그대로 봐 All attitude 내 방식대로 쓸어 담아 전부 안 되면 그냥 갖다 박아 한 대 말고 knockdown game over 우리 따라오라면 바꿔야 할 걸 attitude 난 22세기 범상치 않은 Korean Nine on the scene You'll be watching how I do it When I pull up on the street Stay flexing when you care They be getting on their knees Bowing down and make it fair like
느낌 자체가 달라 Check my free, check my drip, check my wrist day 내 태도는 ice cold 감당 못해 feeling 직진 내 all day 난 I keep it slick 그 태도가 날 설명해 그저 앞만 보고 달려 비약꽃 없어 그냥 부딪혀
뒤에서 씹어대는 게 너의 뜻기 발이 걸려 그럼 언제든지 call me 준비됐다 준비됐어 지금부터 알려줄게 수없이 내 attitude 난 got the attitude 숨길 게 없어 그대로 봐 All attitude 내 방식대로 쓸어 담아 전부 안 되면 그냥 갖다 박아 한 대 말고 knockdown game over 우리 따라오라면 바꿔야 할 걸 attitude
손을 뻗어 reach for the right yeah yeah
Feel the rise jump to the sky 우리 빛나 더 높이 fly
목소리를 높여서 yeah right tonight
준비됐다 준비됐어 지금부터 알려줄게 수없이 내 attitude We got that attitude We got that attitude 숨길 게 없어 그대로 봐 All attitude 내 방식대로 쓸어 담아 전부 안 되면 그냥 갖다 박아 한 대 말고 knockdown game over 우리 따라오라면 바꿔야 할 걸 attitude
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, of course, we are headed back into the world. We're flying down into the Minecraft world. And here we are. Here we are. Welcome back, everyone. Man, if this music doesn't get you hyped, then I don't know what possibly could. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I'll wave to you. Hello. Hello. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm Will Awake, of course, and we are back in the Vanilla Bedrock Survival Edition. No, not Survival Edition. The Vanilla Survival Bedrock Edition realm. Here we are. We're in the realm. We're hanging out. It's Friday. It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday. Welcome. And thank you so much for choosing to spend a little bit of your Friday evening here with us, because this is a delightful way to spend a Friday. Let's be real. Let's be real. We're hanging out. We're doing some stuff in Minecraft, the best game of all. And it's going to be a blast. It's going to be pretty chill. It's going to be pretty fun. We're going to do some things, a couple things at least. Because we, of course, are celebrating. We're celebrating 599 subscribers. Woo! Woohoo! 599 of them. The golden subscriber anniversary, I think they call this one, 599. And we're here, we're standing on the ship, the pirate ship. The invading piglin, zombified piglin pirates are invading, they're attacking my castle. So we're hanging out on top of their ship to get a beautiful view. Because look at this, a lot of gray. It's a lot of gray, but that's okay. Sometimes a little bit of gray is okay. And once the happy gas comes out, let's be real. Once the happy gas comes out, it's going to be significantly easier to go back and retexture some of my grayest parts. And let's change up the music. We've had the hype. I think we can chill it down a little bit now. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the world. It has been a couple weeks since the last stream. The big thing, the big event is that I put out a video. We put out a video. We're going to space. We're moving to space. And if I did this right, I've got some gimmicks. I've got some gimmicks today. I've been tinkering around with my streaming setup. So I've got some gimmicks today. Like, for instance, check this out. Wabam! Watch that video. I put a lot of love into it. I think is my best video yet. Check it out. If you're willing to watch a long-form Minecraft video, I think you may enjoy it. It is a little bit of a retrospective, but also a little bit of a forward-looking, journey. And there's some cool stuff in there. I'm very proud of it. Obviously, if you're watching the stream, you've probably seen a lot of the stuff in the video. One last plug before I remove it from the screen. Look at that. Amazing. It's like I'm a real streamer. So we got some stuff to do today. Obviously, we have some segments. We started a new segment last time. Arguably the best segment of all. The Let's Achieve Something segment. So we're going to do one of those again today, of course. Now, let me get down off of this fence. We're going to do that today. We're going to do one last chore in the industrial area. Hopefully wrap up the chores there. I also have some other gimmicks. I've got some interesting stuff to show. And other than that, we'll just see where the night takes us. Hello, everyone. It is Friday. It is Friday. Unless you're across the international date line and somehow time zone something, it's probably Friday for you, but it might not be. Massive W, bro. Thank you so much for saying that. Who dat? I hope you are having a lovely Friday or whatever day it might be for you. It probably is Friday. I don't really know how time zones work. But we're hanging out. We're hanging out in the Vanilla Survival Bedrock Edition realm. We're just hanging out, looking over the castle, looking over the industrial district, and we've got some stuff to do today. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. I'm going to fly on down here because there's a little bit to explore. You know what? I'll go in the front. I'll go in the front way. Oh, look at that. All right. You know what we should do while we're here is grab some of this clay, because I have a lot of brick buildings to build here, and I do not have even remotely enough clay, which is why I'm cooking it. I'm cooking it out here. So let's get some of that. Let's do that. We're doing some chores. It's important to do chores. And frankly, there's something very satisfying about doing chores. I always hate starting them, but once I'm doing them, that sense of accomplishment, that sense of making your life better for you by doing the things you need to do, there's nothing quite like it. So we're going to do some chores. I'm getting all this clay. We've got these pallets here where our mud gets cooked into clay. That's all just fun and games lore, of course. Well, we've actually got our pointed dripstone stalactites underneath these that are sucking the water out of them and turning them into clay. And we're going to have to sleep soon. So maybe I'll do that. Let me drop my shovel back here. And I guess I'll put on my hat. Hey, welcome. Thanks so much for joining. All right, I'm going to take a quick little nap. I'm going to take a quick little snooze. Oh, hey, SpongeBob. The SpongeBob, I think, is going to go away pretty soon. I have thoughts. I think it might be time. I think it might finally be time to relocate SpongeBob elsewhere, because that view is not exactly the spooky castle, vampire castle view that I want it to be. Especially at nighttime, it's actually terrifying and in a way that I did not intend. So we might be getting rid of that at some point. Probably not today, though. That would just be tedious. But let's take a quick little nap. We're going to go into the residential floor of the castle. And oh, what a nice bedroom. I really do love this place. Look at this. We got a little fire, a little wood stove here so we can keep it nice and toasty. Some important things on the shelves. The little vanity, of course. My chair where I can sit. If I perfectly position my mouse, in theory, I can sit. In theory. Yeah! There we are. Oh, okay. Hat's coming back off immediately. Let's go. Oh, what a nice little seat this is. And I've got a book here as well. Oh, so nice. Got a drink here. Nice little beverage to sip in the bedroom by the crackling fire. I hope that you all have your beverage of choice with you as well on this lovely Friday evening. I've got a sugar-free Red Bull, of course. The best drink. Well, let's take a little nap. Let's take a quick little snooze. I don't think I need any of my clothes out of my dresser. I think we can just hop right into bed. Nothing like a 4-poster giant castle bed to really reinvigorate and re-energize you. All right, let's go. We've got some stuff to do. Oh, welcome, everyone. Oh, so happy to see you all here. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Will Awake. This is the Vanilla Survival Bedrock Edition realm. And again, one last time, I will do a quick little promo. I put out a video. A real video. a real YouTube video. Can you believe it? Check it out. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it came out pretty good. I think it will provide some perspective on this world that is interesting. If you haven't seen it, check it out. That's the last pitch for now. All right, so I got some clay. I got some clay. Let's cook it. And before we can cook it, we of course have to replenish our clay pallets because we need to be cooking mud. We need to be cooking mud constantly. I've got so many brick buildings to build here. We got to be cooking clay. So let's grab some dirt from our dirt pile right here. I think 2 stacks should do it. And then, oh, right. I forgot. There's actually a little bit of an annoying little thing I have to do here first, which is just, I designed this myself, which means it's inefficient. And so I have to clear out these few little mud pieces that are on top of the observers. But that's all right. It means we get 4 mud each time I do this, which is not the worst thing in the world. All right, let me put my shovel away. And we are going to make some mud. If you haven't seen this contraption in my industrial area off to the side, just north of the castle, we've got this industrial area, a little water tower, and we have this system here that lets us cook. Well, cook? I don't know. Lets us moisten, let's say, dirt into mud. And the way it works is when I put dirt in here, we gotta have water bottles that will dampen it, turn it into mud, push it all the way along this conveyor belt here. Eventually it goes out on these 2 pallets, which will cook it into the clay that we need to make the bricks to build these buildings. Of course, when this machine runs out of water, the minecart will go up to the top of the water tower, pick up more water bottles, bring them on back down. And when we fill up down here with empty bottles, these will go and get piped back up the water tower. Perfect system. Perfect, lovely, beautiful mud system. Not efficient, but fun. So let's cook some mud. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing on this fine Friday evening? Oh, there goes the minecart immediately up to get some more water. Look, Mom, no hands. Look at all this mud. That's right. We're building an industrial area, or rather, we're kind of decorating the industrial area that we already have. And the way that we're doing that is with a lot of bricks. And here comes the minecart back with fresh bottles of water for us. Ooh, what a treat. What a perfect little system. I love that. I really love it. Oh, and there goes that whole stack. Let's do the next one. And there goes the minecart back for more water up the water tower. All right. I think that is one. Oh, my mouse is misbehaving. What is happening? This is what I get for doing a look ma no hands type of thing. Okay, cool. I think we're good now. Oh no. Oh no. All right. Hopefully. My mouse is freaking out slightly, which is typical for Razer products. Let's be real. All right, I think we're good now. Hopefully, I think I'll use that on my Minecraft world. You absolutely should. It's a really fun little thing. You know, there's really no reason that the water needs to be up there. You know, you could have a water source and like a dispenser filling up the bottles down here. I just think it's way more fun to have like a little bit of visual interest in any kind of routine or otherwise mundane activity, you know? Like it's fun to exist in the world when there's like little interactive things happening around you. But yeah, we filled this whole thing back up with mud, which is exactly what we needed to do. Let's put the extra dirt in here. We won't need that for now. Man, something is going very wrong with my mouse and keyboard. Oh no, what is going on? Okay, maybe we're good now. All right, hopefully we're okay now. All right, so we got all these clay balls, and you can see, yeah, all that mud that we pushed into the system, it has fully gone across this conveyor belt here, all the way to these 2 pallets. When I first built them, I had one that was not baking the mud into clay. It was just like for mud, if I ever needed mud. But because I've been working on the industrial area building stuff, I've needed a lot more clay. So I put all dripstone stalactites under here as well. We could take a look at it. I mean, why not? Why not, right? Let's take a look. This is all it is. The nice thing about dripstone is you can put them pretty much on the underside of anything. So you can put them on, you know, random wood block, but also like these campfires. And that allows you to do this really cool effect where you have like these lit campfires that look like the mud is smoking when really it's the dripstone underneath that's pulling the water out of them. I think that's super cool. Really just adds to, again, it's like the most fun thing is to be able to exist in this world and have it be fun to exist in it. And that's kind of my philosophy is if I'm spending time doing stuff, doing tedious, grindy things, I want it to be fun. I want it to feel good. I want it to look good. I probably will have that water tower. It's cool looking. Yeah, it's so cool looking at it going up and down. I completely agree with you. It's really fun. All right, so we got a bunch of clay balls. Let's cook them up. Let's cook them up. And there's some changes here from the last time, and I'll show those in just a second. But let's get our mud cooking. Let's get our mud cooking. We can pop that. This is not... Oh, no! Never mind the fact that I fell down there. But let's pop our clay into the super smelter. That's the fuel chest. Here's the chest we want. And it's not going to cook that right away. The way this furnace works is it won't start cooking stuff until it has enough to do it all efficiently, which is kind of a fun little quirk. I think I might need to... Oh, right. No, I'm waiting for this to oxidize. And it's starting to, which is nice. This is our super smelter. I kind of want to maybe think a little bit about decorating this part of it today. Or building like a very basic facade here. I don't know. Maybe that's too much. But before we do that, I've done some stuff here. And let me do a first for the channel. Get excited. Get really excited for this. Because I have a time lapse. Check it out. Check it out. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And there we go. You can see I messed around with the pipe a bit. I did some decorating, added some details, messed around with some things. I accidentally scraped the oxidization off of there. Oh, no, we've changed angles. Look at this. And there it is. You can see me adding texturing on the side of the building there. And at one point I was like, oh, you know what? This is cool, but I think I want to do those windows. So I put in the windows on that side as well. Put the glass in. I tried out a few different ways of doing the glass. Eventually settled on this looking pretty good. And then I was like, I want some downspouts. I want drain pipes. Let's get the drain pipes going. And look at that. We've got drain pipes. We've got downspouts. Amazing. So fun. Some final texturing down the bottom. And where we are left is with this beautiful, pretty much textured area. There's some more stuff I want to do around here, and maybe we'll get to some of that today. 600, you say? No way. No way. These people, they're ruining my 599 subscriber special. What the heck? 600! All right. That demands a celebration. Let's be real. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's go bake a cake. Let's actually go bake a cake. Because as much fun as $5.99 is, 600 is a nicer, rounder number. Let's be real. Here we are in the main castle storage system. Again, if you want to know about the cool new storage system that we're building, check out the video, because we are, in fact, moving to space. But let's bake a cake. How do you make a cake? I think you need milk. I think you need wheat. How do you bake a cake? A lot of milk, some sugar, an egg, and wheat. Okay, this makes sense. Just like Cook's Assistant Quest in RuneScape, we're making a cake from scratch. And we're going to start by getting some buckets and getting some milk. And turns out I have a secret milk on tap. All you have to do is stand right here, and you can hear it already. But right across from the little potion making machine, we've got a nice little cafe spot where there's milk on tap. So let's get some. Oh, there's an Allay in there. Wait, what? Anyway, let's get some milk. Oh, I forgot this thing gives me a bucket, actually. That's kind of fun. I think you can just toss them there. I'll leave that a lay in there for now. That'll be something I deal with later. But amazing. Look at that. We got a little cow behind the wall. I'm sure she, I guess, if she's giving me milk, I'm sure she's very happy to be living in that tiny little space behind the wall. All right, we got our milk. What do we need? Flour? Nope, that's a RuneScape thing. We need wheat. I'm going to sleep again, I guess. I'll just sleep in my quick little emergency bed beneath the storage system. Because why the heck not? It's there. It's convenient. All right, we need wheat. Wheat. I have some, but let's go pick some, because why not? It's an opportunity to explore. We'll head down this way to the castle courtyard. Woo. Wow. Bro has a secret milk cafe in his base. Obviously. You don't have a secret milk cafe in your base? All right, let's get some wheat. I guess we only need 2, right? All right, how we doing? We've got our milk. We've got our, let's see, we've got our milk here. We've got our wheat. We need an egg. And we need, oh no, the wheat goes here. We actually do need 3, right? Man, I forgot this immediately. We need an egg and we need sugar. Sugar should be doable. Egg should be doable as well. I think I have some sugar cane. Yeah, I've got a little sugar cane here. Not a ton, but it should be enough to make some sugar. Nice. All right, we've got sugar. Pop these back in here. All we need is an egg. And I happen to know that in the horrifying spaghetti redstone nightmare that is right back here behind this wall, there's a little secret chicken farm. So let's go up here to this nightmare zone. Because look at this, we got some chickens. And I guess actually these guys might be just getting me feathers at the moment. I think we have a shulker box of eggs somewhere. I guess the other thing I'll show off while I'm right here is this is the tiny little bamboo and sugarcane farm that we have back here, just to get like some of it trickling in whenever we're hanging out here. Not a ton, but you know, it's enough to have some on hand generally. Let's get out of here. This is too horrifying and nightmarish. Bro has everything in that storage thing. Hey, I've got pretty much everything. Just wait till you see the spaceship. Oh! All right, so I think I have an eggs box. Yeah, I do. Nice. Well, it's maybe slightly anticlimactic to not get it from an actual live chicken, but here we go! Pop the eggs back in. I'm making a cake. I'm going to have a little party for myself here. All right, where should we have the party? I guess we should probably do it in the castle somewhere. So you're not much longer for this world, SpongeBob, I swear. Let's go up into the castle. Yeah, maybe we'll have it here. Maybe we'll have it at the Grand Hall. The Great Hall, right at my feast table. And we'll put a cake right there. Oh, what a treat. To 600 subscribers. A nice round number. So exciting. Unfortunately, I'm not hungry. So I'll come back for a slice of cake when I'm actually hungry. But here, let's get the helmet off. This is actually prime thumbnail potential. So let's get a little... Oh, yeah. We're having a cake for the 600 subscriber special. We'll even do this. Woo! Woo! Damn it. Woo! All right, I'll come back when I'm hungry. I love the Moving to Space vid. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate you watching it. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making that video, and I'm glad to hear that people are enjoying it. All right, let's grab some lava. I used a bunch of lava for something. I think I actually was doing some stuff in the spaceship storage system. And so I used a bunch of my lava. So I've just got this tiny little lava farm, hidden lava. Yeah, right here. These still, oh man, I fell. These stalactites right here are a couple little hidden farms. These three right here are just stalactite farms. There's water above them and dripstone block here. So these will grow and I can harvest them whenever they get big. And then this one has lava above it and a cauldron right here. So I'm getting a tiny little passive lava farm right here. And so I'm just collecting lava when I get more for now until this box is full, and then I'll put that away. I also have a little mob farm right above this doorway. So when I walk in, you may have heard it. When I walk into the base, I get some experience and it heals my tools up, which is very nice. All right, let's dump this, get rid of this polished dripstone, get out of here. And I'll restock. This is actually, I really like this concept, this quick restock chest, where I have all the items that I need. This quick restock chest has like all of the items that I need most frequently. It's all my hotbar stuff. And so I can just double click the one in my actual hotbar, and then this thing will start to replenish. And it's just using little hopper line underneath these 5 chests right here. Super simple, but it's really convenient to be able to just easily grab a full stack of all the stuff I need. Me too. The storage in space video, I love it. It's the best storage ever. Like it uses chuck boxes. Yeah, I know. It's so fun. I'm really excited about it. And I appreciate you watching it. Thank you. All right, so let's go take a look at what I did over here a little bit closer than that time lapse. I'll go back over there once I need some cake, once I need some food. Yeah, so I've been trying to like do a little bit more texturing, just a little bit more detail on this factory facade here. This is the moss and pale moss farm. Back here is the kelp farm. And so I kind of want to do something with that. Like this one, you can see that we've got pale moss creeping up the side there. And I think I want to take that all the way up that wall. So I might do that today too. But this one, because there's kelp farm back here, I kind of want to do something that's like kelp farm related. I don't know exactly what that would be, but I have these little downspouts. And like the idea of maybe having like a little pool here with some kelp growing in it, just like a tiny little thing that maybe this has been dripping and like forming a little puddle. I kind of want to try something like that. We'll see how it looks. I'll probably just keep messing with it for a long time. I also don't really know what to do with this wall. I'll have to try and figure that out. But the other thing that I was thinking was having moss, a little bit of moss, like maybe coming out of this window and creeping up the side of that there, just so that we have real moss on this side and pale moss on this side, so that you can see that this farm is like a moss and pale moss farm. But the first thing that I need, first and foremost, is more pale moss. I don't have very much of it. I think I have some in my nature box. Let's check it out. Oh, look at that. My perfect shulker box system coming in handy. What I'm going to do is turn this moss farm on to like pale moss mode, which means I'm going to have to go up here. This is like the one slightly manual process about this farm, is I have to manually switch it back and forth between normal moss and pale moss mode. You can see it has like normal moss in here right now. But if I put that there, in theory, that's all that's needed. I don't have a way out of here though, once I'm in. Okay. Yeah, so let me double check. Let me see how we're looking in terms of bone meal. That's plenty. That's plenty. That's plenty. Okay, so... Oh, interesting. I wonder if there's something... Oh no, this is fine. Because the way that this works is once this runs out of bone meal, this crafter full of bone blocks will just craft another one. And that probably means that we have... These are all full of bone blocks. Okay, yeah, we have plenty of bone meal here to keep this thing running for a while. So let's turn it on. I need some more pale moss so that I can start to bring the moss up the side of that building a little bit. Maybe make it like water flowing out of it, like the help one. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. There's something I want to do on the other side too. So let's take a look over here. So this spot is kind of cool because just because of the way this worked out, this is like a different biome than this river. I guess that's a river biome, and then this is like something else, and it makes the water look a little bit greener. It's like kind of subtle. It's kind of hard to tell, but I like the idea of having like pipes coming out of the factory that are like polluting the water here, making it look like a little bit grosser. And the fact that there's this natural biome transition here that changes the color of the water, like, will just add to that visual a little bit in a way that could be cool. So that, yeah, that's something I kind of want to do. But I also 600 subs, let's go. Woo! The other thing I need to do is, this is a chore, but I need to have, so there's this kelp farm here that produces all this kelp, which is empty at the moment, but like it produces a ton. And this is probably, okay, yeah, no, we're all right. So we got like, there's this whole system, which I've talked about before. I talked about last stream, but like basically this moss farm, it'll produce a ton of bone blocks. The bone blocks will all go up this pipe here, keep the moss farm itself fueled, then drop into here and keep the kelp going. And then the idea is that the kelp will flow over into the super smelter to create dried kelp so that I can have dried kelp blocks that keep the super smelter fully fueled all the time. And we did this pipe, I think that was just last stream, we did this pipe that takes dried kelp out of here, pipes it up over into this crafter, which then crafts it into dried kelp blocks and puts it right back into the system as fuel. So we're like 90% of the way to full automation here. The only thing we don't have, let me sleep first. It's a cool idea, the pipes like making the water green. You're right. Like one of my favorite things about Minecraft is how sometimes things just like work out and you end up with a really cool opportunity, and it's just like up to you to kind of take advantage of that opportunity. Oh, but I can eat. Okay. Before we do any of this, I got to go have some cake to celebrate 600. Ah, perfect. And here we are. 600 subscribers. Thank you all. Really appreciate it. I'm glad that you're enjoying this world as much as I do. Let's have some cake. Oh, what a delicious piece of cake. You know what? I could have another. So good. So good. You can have some too. Thank you. Yeah, so the other thing that I really need to do here is just that one last step of having the kelp that's produced in the kelp farm be automatically piped over into the super smelter. And so that's like the one chore that I want to do today. And I think I want to do it in like a kind of interesting way that's not like just a boring water stream hidden back there, totally dumb looking. Like, I want to do something a little bit more interesting, and we'll see how it goes. But then once that's done, this whole area will be like basically fully automated, and I'll be able to just have infinite fuel as much as I need, which is kind of awesome. So let's do this, which will prevent the moss farm from turning everything it makes into bone meal. And instead, we'll actually get the item. So in theory, if I turn it on, it should start creating pale moss, which we should start seeing come into here. But let's take a look, make sure it all looks like it's working. Have the whole cake. You deserve it. That's really funny. Hey, look at that. We've got pale moss. We've got pale moss being created here. Super cool. So that should theoretically all be going down into this pale moss chest right here. And look at this. Oh man, it's unbelievable how fast it is. It really is unbelievable. Like, I'm not going to need, I really don't need that much. It's pretty crazy. I mean, like, this is already probably pretty much as I'll need. I'm gonna just like walk over here nice and slow, turn off that lever. The rest I don't even need the bone meal, honestly. So I'll just turn this off. That's probably as much as I need. All right, how much did we get? The thing is, like, it's still coming. Like, the farm is so much faster than hopper speed, so it's gonna keep coming. Cool. So let's do a little bit, just because I want to see what it looks like. Let's do a little bit of like, I want to change some of this wall to moss just to see, because I kind of feel like the moss should keep going up the side here. And like maybe I leave this one pillar. Oh, I fell. Oh, I fell. Right, like maybe I leave this pillar so that there's a little bit of definition, but then do moss like here. See what it looks like. If it looks dumb, I'll just do moss all the way up. But I feel like it might look cool, question mark? We'll see. It might look bad. It might look bad. Yeah, that looks bad. It should definitely go all the way around, I think. Or at least like wrap around again. But this gives me a perfect opportunity to introduce the newest thing that I've figured out how to do, which is having a fixed camera so that I can see how things look from a distance without having to keep going back and looking. And the way that I've done this, like, you know, this is Bedrock Edition, right? Like, we're very limited in what we can do, especially on a vanilla survival realm where achievements are enabled. Like, we're working with the basic bare bones, the barest of bones here. But I figured out a solution that I think works pretty well. So let's see if I can actually do it. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so I go like, how do I do this? I go like this. Any second now. Aha! And here we are. Will Outtake has joined the realm. This is essentially a camera account. Horrifying. I'm actually pretty proud of what I made this guy look like. But yeah, this is... Oh. That's a bit spooky. I don't know how I'm controlling both of these at once. That's not what I meant to do. Yeah, this is like the camera guy. And what's cool about the camera guy, let me guess I have to pause. Okay, yeah. So let me recenter, let me adjust the camera a little bit. All right, and now if I do this, it's a little bit finicky, which is, again, it's just kind of the Bedrock Edition thing. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so I moved him. Basically, this is another account that I've added to the realm. I have a separate computer running it, which is like a whole tedious thing. But basically, he's in here as a visitor, which is a thing you can do, where like he can't actually interact with blocks or anything. He can't interact with entities. He can't interact with like even like doors. So it's a little bit annoying, but I feel like this is the least cheaty way to get a camera account in here. And then the fun thing is that I can, when I'm when I'm streaming, I can do this. See if it works. Oh, look at that. Hello. It's Will Outtake. There it is. There he is. And then, of course, I can switch back to me just like that. So now we've got like, yeah, we've got that view we can switch to. So when I'm when I'm like playing around with stuff, trying to make the moss look good, I can just be like, oh, okay, how's it look? It looks pretty good. You know, that looks all right or whatever. And then, oh, here I am back to messing around with stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty fun. Allowed me to make that time lapse, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think what I learned from that experience is that this definitely needs to have moss going up here at the very least. And then if I do that, then I can see what I'm doing. Cool. Yeah, so, all right, that looks okay. I mean, it's not great, actually. I don't know. Maybe it's not great. Right, like, it looks maybe a little weird. I don't know. There's more to figure out there. I don't know exactly what to do because I don't want to lose I have these little like red sandstone things, which I don't know exactly what they're supposed to be, like little like pieces of rusty metal or something. I don't even know. I don't want to totally cover that up, but I think it looks a little odd with it so covered. I don't know. I might have to play around with this off camera. But anyway, yeah, that's like what I've been doing here is trying to just like do some decoration. I added in like these little bits of granite, which just break up the bricks a little bit. And you can do stuff with stairs, right? Just like to give a little bit of depth and texture. So put some granite in, put some, use a granite wall there just to make it like, oh, it's not just the texture's different, but also the depth is a little bit different. Just like these relatively subtle things. But I think they add a lot in terms of breaking up the kind of uniformness of just pure brick. Let's take a nap. Let's take a nap once the sun goes down. And then yeah, I'll just show off a little bit what I did on the other side. Hey, a wandering trader, do you have anything good? They literally never do. Nope. Yeah, so here, kind of similar thing. I did some granite. I did some granite again. I did also just a little bit of terracotta, and it's like it adds like a little bit of a shadow effect. I'm actually gonna just log out the other guy. I don't need him. But yeah, the other thing I did was I really wanted like these columns to be kind of visually distinctive, just because I think it adds a little bit of something. And so like I did this terracotta and granite here, and the same up there, terracotta and granite, just to kind of, from a distance, it gives it like a little bit of shading and makes it look a little bit more like an actual column that's like going up the side of the building, as opposed to just like, if you look on this side, this is very like, it just blends right into the side of the building. And I didn't really want to do that. So I may end up doing something similar on this side. But yeah, I've just been playing around with it. Also did like a bunch of stairs, just like with a brick, tried to add some depth here, which I think worked okay. Similar here, like, more granite, a little bit of terracotta, just like a little bit of brick stairs and stuff, just to add some texture, just to try and make it look kind of cool. And then the windows, I did the same thing that I did for these ones, which is just black concrete back there. And then like, I think this is gray, light gray, and then white glass to create like a little bit of a gradient, just to make it look like there's some light reflecting off the windows or something, just to make it a bit more visually interesting. And then, yeah, these downspouts, I really like these downspouts for a few reasons. I think the tuff works really well. It connects right up to this the roofs, which are also polished tough, which I think works pretty well. You can do these like, I don't know what these are called, chiseled polished tough or something like that, which kind of looks like an AC unit or something like that. And then, you know, just intermingling the polished walls with these like the tough brick walls just to give a little bit of texture. And then I think the coolest thing about these, because I have a invisible item frames resource pack, I can put an invisible item frame on the bottom of this wall and then put iron bars in the item frame, and it looks like a little grate or like a little grill or something where like water might be flowing out. And I think that's pretty fun too. I can't do this in creative, so doing this in survival is crazy. Bravo. Thank you. I mean, in fairness to that, like I practiced with a bunch of this stuff in creative. Like not like a copy of this world necessarily, but I did like some playing around just to see what might look good in creative first, for sure. And then like, it's just a matter of taking those concepts and trying to translate them into survival. So yeah, I kind of want to do, I like the idea of having a little pool around here. Cause kind of like what you're saying, like having like water coming out, like I wish there was like a dripping water particle effect that you could do. But I don't think you can do that without having a water source above a solid block. And I don't think there's a great way to do that here. Yeah, probably not worth trying. Something that could be kind of fun is like taking one of those chiseled ones, which kind of looks like an AC unit or something, and like somehow getting some water above that. And then like maybe it would look like a dripping AC unit or something. But then of course we have to remember that we're trying to blend this in to the steampunk medieval castle vibe here. So I don't want to go too modern, too totally contemporary with it. But I think like right now the brick and the copper is it works okay. And I think if I bring in some more spruce wood and stuff, like that might make it blend a little bit better. The other thing I did was I've had this like chain link barbed wire fence thing for a while. I should probably just fill in this hole. I don't know if I'm ever going to build anything here. Maybe I will someday, but the idea was that I would have a farm in each of these giant pits. But then I ended up not really using the stuff that's underneath them. But the thing I did was I already had these chain link fences with like the barbed wire. I just extended it around the edge here just to kind of complete this corner. And you can see from like a couple of our sight lines here, if you're around for the stream where we set these guys up, these are our little like sight line indicators just to make sure that the build looks good from every side, right? Got to make sure that it looks good from every side. So this is maybe not the best looking thing right now. Obviously, I still need to put the walls on and everything and do all the pollution and what have you all here. But I think the fence looks pretty good, especially once you start to get a little bit closer. There's another sightline guy right here. Yeah. And like, that looks pretty cool, I think. I mean, it works. It doesn't look bad. Obviously, this kind of looks bad, but make it look good eventually. That's the beauty of Minecraft, honestly. You can just keep working on stuff forever until it looks as good as you want it to. But before we get into any of this, we have to do the new segment that I started last stream. Let me take off my helmet for this. This is too important. We have to do the new segment. Let's achieve something again, right? Let's achieve another thing. So let's look at our achievement list, see what we can achieve today. Is this where you do it? Yes. All right. So we only have 3 that we need. And I think I'm kind of feeling this one. Use a wind charge to launch yourself upward 8 blocks. I feel like that's achievable, right? Like, surely if I just get a bunch of wind charges and spam them, I'll probably get this. And then if I get it, I get a wind wisps skin thing that I'm never going to use. So that's fun too. So let's do it. Let's do it. We'll get some wind charges and we'll just see how high we can go with them. All right, I think I have some in the castle. Where am I going? Oh, where am I going? Oh, another sight line. How's this one looking? Pretty cool. I mean, I kind of like this one because it's obscured by the tree, which like maybe the tree should come down, but no, I think it's kind of cooler to come around this way and then you get, oh yeah, you get that view and you start to come this way. I think this looks actually pretty cool. This wall needs more something. I don't know what, whether it's pipes or moss or something. It needs a little something. I think this, same with this. It's just it's a little flat, a little bland right now. Not exactly sure what to do with that. Obviously, we have all of these buildings to do too, but we're not even worrying about that. That's like one of my favorite things about Minecraft is that like everything is at a different stage of completion, right? Like you have some things that are like totally done pretty much. Like you're completely happy with. They are, for all intents and purposes, like as good as they're going to get. Then you have stuff that's like really close, but like needs a little bit more, needs a little bit of detailing or something. Then you have this stuff that's like fully in progress and there's a lot more to be done. And then there's the stuff that you have been wanting to do for ages, but haven't actually even started. What am I here for? Wind charges. Nice. I have a bunch. Okay, where should we do this? Where would be a fun spot to play with some wind? Do we have any more lava? Not yet. Okay, so... Oh, the SpongeBob. Maybe we'll play around in the graveyard a little bit. This is the spooky village, which I still need to spookify the other half of it. I think this honestly might be a task for a video pretty soon. I think I gotta tear down the SpongeBob, put it somewhere else, way farther away or something, and just finally finish converting the rest of these houses to these like more spooky ones. Because this village, it's such a focal point, but I haven't felt like that enthusiastic about working on it because the SpongeBob has been looming over me in the distance this whole time. All right, so let's try it. Let's like, oh, I need to finish this windmill too. Man, that has been unfinished for so long. Okay, we're not going to get hung up on the things that aren't done. We're going to go in the spooky church just to admire this. Ooh, pews that are falling apart. Boarded up windows. Something spooky on the floor here. And then I have this grand ambition that like down here will be like a basement and then like another layer even deeper underneath the basement that like has some creepy stuff going on. So we'll see. There's way more ideas always than there is actual like time to work on them. But we'll see, you know, we'll get where we get. All right, I'm going to try in the graveyard, in the cemetery here, to just get as high as I can with these wind charges. I don't really know what I'm doing. I haven't really played with these before. So we're going to try. Oh, is the sun going down? Perfect. Okay. Oh! That's got to be 8 blocks, right? What do? You just jump and then... Oh! Do we think I went 8 blocks? The thing about Bedrock Edition, the Microsoftification of it all, is you don't actually get the achievement pop-ups all the time. Like sometimes it happens, but it's not consistent. So I actually don't know if I achieved that. So let me take a quick little snooze. Then we'll take a look. All right. Oh, no, okay, wait. I actually got the pop-up. I probably didn't show up on stream. Yeah, no, awesome. It actually worked. So I got like the, yeah, from like the Xbox overlay or whatever. Recently completed. Who needs rockets? Amazing. Look at this. I can get a reward. Okay, that's not worth doing. That's too complicated. Let's get out of here. We're going to get stuck in menus if we're not careful. I don't think I slept. Yeah, I didn't. I got too excited. And I got out of bed early. Sweet. Well, once again, we achieved something. We achieved! We achieved! We're getting pretty close. I mean, there's not too many achievements left. I mean, I only have all of the smithing templates, all of them. That's going to be a nightmare. But crafting, being near a crafter when it crafts a crafter is actually going to be really easy, because if you have seen the spaceship video, you may know that I have an automated crafting factory system underneath it. And one of the things that it can craft is crafters. So I think I could theoretically go to the spaceship, push a single button, basically, pop down there and get an achievement, but we'll save that for next stream. Because we're only achieving one thing, one achievement per day. Otherwise, anything more than that is just too much achieving. Okay, so I guess we should just knock it out. We should just do the pipe that takes the kelp over there, because that's like the last thing to get this thing fully automated, and like we might as well just do it. So let's think a little bit about what that's going to entail. Basically, somewhere around here, yeah, so this is the fuel. Is it? No. Oh, right. We don't want to go into fuel. We want to go into the normal furnace, because we're going to be taking normal kelp and bringing it into the normal furnace to smelt it into dried kelp. So this is where we want it to end up. And I think probably having it come out as kind of far this way as possible, but not right next to that wall is ideal. So maybe right here is where we want it to come out, or to come back in. So we'll basically have like, I'm going to do the thing I did last time, but I'm going to use pale moss for this. So basically, like, we'll have probably like a hopper here, just like that, like a hopper going in there. And then we'll have a water stream that goes like this, pops out of the building, probably goes, I think I want it to go one block out for this one, because I think it would be kind of fun to have like, kind of my vision here. Let's take a step back. My vision here is to have all this kelp that's getting produced in the kelp farm over there being kind of piped out, almost as if it were pollution, piped out here, falling into some like little pool, water processing, waste processing thing down here. And it will kind of secretly just be going across and then go back up into a pipe and lead into there. And then we'll have like a more like waste processing facility down here, and like some more pipes with like dumping water out and waste, and kind of making use of that, the green water there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is having, yeah, like, I don't know exactly how to do it. It should probably also come out like here. And if we can figure out a way, should be fairly simple, I think, to have a water stream. So how does this work? Right now, when kelp is produced, it pops up here, goes up this water stream, and then flows across into these hoppers, and then ends up in this chest. But if I don't need the chest anymore, we can just use a water stream. And so I think I can replace like this line of glass with packed ice or something that items will kind of float across, and then have water. Oh no, what's the best way to do this? Maybe we just have water flowing here, and then we replace this hopper line with a water stream that's coming out this way. And then we kind of have, what's the best way to do this? Maybe we go up one more level just so we're not totally intersecting with this pipe. And we have a water stream that comes along here goes out this way, dumps it down into something. It flows across and then gets sucked up this pipe. I think that might be the most fun idea. So if we imagine there's water stream kind of coming like this, coming across here. It comes out pretty far. I don't know exactly what level the base is going to be at, but I think this will come straight down. Can't reach. I can't reach. Right? Let's bring this down here, and we can imagine that this is like a water stream, you know, water elevator, picking that up. Let's take a look how it looks from back here. If I were more practiced with it, this is when I'd be switching to the other camera, but I think this could look cool. I'm not 100% sure. I feel like it might be almost a little too close to that corner. Yeah, it blends in a little bit with that corner in a way that I don't love. I might want to bring this out like another 2 blocks, maybe. Yeah, let's try it. And then I think I want the water to be pretty low. Like where I want it to be dropping it into like a trough of water, and then it moves across and basically goes back up there. But I think I want to come out 2 more blocks with that. I need more scaffolding. This is when, like, I want the happy gas. I want it now. I want it tomorrow. I want it today. I want it yesterday. All right, let's bring this out. So this is the level. No, this is where I had it before, and I want to come out 2 more blocks from that. So let's go. Oh! Well, imagine we have water pouring out here. It then goes down here to about like maybe not quite that low, like maybe like here. And this is why this is why we made those sight lines, so that we can just try stuff out and then back off and test it out and see how it looks. And then so if we imagine the water then moves across this way, we're using pale moss to simulate where the water stream for these items is going to be. All right, let's break this. And we can have this going back in like this. Let's see how this looks. It also doesn't have to be like, in theory, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. Like it could come out, drop into something, and then flow at a little bit of a diagonal. Well, let's just see what this looks like first. Break the scaffolding. Cool. All right, let's go check our most important sight lines, which are this one. Okay, you can kind of barely see it, but I think it works. Like if this is going to be like a pipe with water coming out of it, it's like it flows across, and then this is another pipe that's like pulling stuff up. Could work. Let's see what it looks like from the other angles. Okay, I think that looks pretty cool, actually. Yeah, that's not bad. Do I have a spyglass? I feel like I should carry a spyglass on me. I might have one somewhere, but I guess are they on non-stackable? I do have one. Okay. Let's take a look. Ooh, that's too zoomed in. That's not helpful. All right. It was a nice thought. Yeah, so I think that this will work. I think basically we'll have stuff coming out of here, falling into the water here. And I might even push that back slightly. And then it'll get sucked up by a tube and go right into that system there. I think that'll work. Let's check this sight line just to make sure it looks okay. So from here, it does kind of blend into the corner there. But I'm not sure what to do about that, because I feel like the only other alternative would be like, if I pull it a block to the left, then like from here it'll line up with that. So I think it's okay as is. Let's sleep. Let's sleep. Put our helmet on. Okay, so how do we do this? How do we do this? I think probably starting with this pipe, because it's kind of simplest, and I think I'll just do it the same way that I did this pipe, which is just a bunch of copper trapdoors, just a big pipe sucking stuff up from down there. I think that'll look cool. And then from here, I may end up changing it a little bit so that it's like just like a pipe sticking out a little bit and then the water pours down. But let's start with this one. We'll grab some copper and we'll just start putting in some trapdoors, I guess. Let's do it. $601 on my 599 subscribers special. We've got 601 subscribers. That's, oh yeah, y'all are subscribing too much. Okay, so copper we've got in our minerals box. Do we have enough? Yeah, we got some. Perfect. For this, unfortunately, we have to use the fully non-oxidized kind to make trapdoors, because you need to use the ingots, and we don't have like oxidized forms of the ingots, but that's fine. We'll just make a bunch of them. All right. More than a stack. That should be plenty for now, at least. I guess we'll need a hopper going in here too, so I guess I'll grab that. While I'm doing it, I'll grab that. Why not? We got a redstone shulker box for this exact purpose, after all. All right, so if I pop that there, now we have, this is all going to go in there, go right in there as soon as I break it, but that's fine. Okay, so let's do, I guess let's do like these ones first. And we can also do the underside. Ooh, neat. Oh wait, that's wrong. That's wrong. And we lost that one forever. This is actually not a bad way to do this. Okay, but I'm also gonna need some, probably gonna need some packed ice, right? How long is this? So this one doesn't need to be water necessarily. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're going to need some packed ice at some point along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess let's put it in the middle, which would be 6. And then is this the middle right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Hey, Callie, welcome. Good to see you. Welcome to this lovely, beautiful Friday stream, where we're doing more of the same, building copper pipes. But check this out. Check this out. Look what I can do now. Go watch my video. Oh yeah, go check that out. Pretty cool, right? I'm like learning how to do things like a real streamer might. Okay, I need some copper stairs too. Let me grab some of those. Let me grab some of those. I might have some junk in here. What do I have in here? Not what I need. That's fine. All right, let's grab a couple of these. And a stone cutter out of my bundle? Of course. All right, I like the stairs for vertical changes, and I like the grates for horizontal changes. So we'll use those. Oh my God, new advertising tech. I know. The other thing that I did that I'm extremely excited about. So you can see this facade here has had some work, a little bit of work. I've done some detailing, some texturing. And you might think, oh, you did that off stream. What a shame. I did, but check this out. Roll it. It didn't work. The button didn't work. Why not? There we go. Look at this. I recorded a time lapse of me working on this factory and designing it in Survival Bedrock Edition. Can you believe it? In a realm of all things? It's right. I finally discovered the camera account strategy. And we have time lapses. So yeah, get excited about that. I'm going to be totally overusing this technology going forward for quite some time. But anyway, back to reality. What are we doing? We're building another gosh darn pipe, aren't we? We're building another pipe. We're finally doing the final step here. We're taking the kelp from the kelp farm and we're spitting it out. We're dumping it out. It's it's industrial waste kind of. We're going to drop it into like the sewage processing, maybe not sewage. The industrial waste processing system. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And then we're going to have a pipe slurping it back up and putting it right into the super smelter. And it's just going to be so fun to fully have this automated, not have to worry about manually moving stuff around anymore at all. It's going to be great. Hide the camera account in videos wearing a Herobrine skin. Honestly, you should see it. It's pretty spooky already. It's like, it's basically my skin, but fully desaturated and like wearing a creaking mask. It's pretty spooky. All right, so we did this side. Let's do this side real quick, and then I think we'll be getting pretty close here to being done with this one small part of this thing. I guess I don't really need these. Honestly, like maybe I'll just build up some of the wall, but actually, hold on. Do I even know where my wall is going to be here? This is actually potentially, something I need to think about. Because how far does the wall come out on this side? Okay, so it goes... It's mostly there, but then once we get to like this level, it comes out one and then comes out some more a little bit lower. I don't know. I may end up tinkering with this. I'm gonna just roll with it for now, and we'll see how it goes once I actually put the wall in. But I'm not gonna try to do like math on stream right now. That's not worth it at all. So we'll just use the trapdoors. Okay, so if I do this, close these all up, we should have. All right, that's gonna have to be packed ice right there. We can close these, and we should more or less have this part of the thing done. Cool. All right, so that's that part. Let me get some packed ice, which I have somewhere. Yeah, I have it in my, like, not actually fully sorted utility box right now. All right, let me pop a pack dice in right here, and then this should be pretty good. The water will be able to come up here, it'll flow over here, it'll flow all the way across, and it'll end up right in this. Perfect. Okay, let's do the trapdoors all the way up on this side, which is like this. Can I do this? Can I hit this angle? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I can do it. Like this, I guess. I'm doing this backwards, which I feel like is maybe smart, but it might actually be dumb. I guess we'll find out. Also, it's getting dark, and I don't like that. I like daylight. I gotta do something about all this glass here. This whole center area is like painful to look at, honestly. Okay, I definitely need more trapdoors also. I think I have, yeah, I can make more. That's fine, I can make more. I have so much copper. Thanks to the trial chambers. It's just the best. Truly just the best. Okay, so we're making this pipe here to pipe our kelp into our super smelter. And here is the final stretch of the pipe. And now we have to go do the earlier parts because I'm doing it backwards. All right, so let's just go up one side at a time. I think this is honestly the easiest way to do it. Because then you can do this and ooh, that's actually so satisfying until I fell just then. It was really satisfying until I fell just then. Let's do another one. Ah! Oh. I'm good at Minecraft. I'm definitely good at Minecraft. I'm gonna need more rockets soon. All right, here it comes. My perfect landing. Ooh! Nice. And just look at how satisfying this is going to be. I guess I do actually want another layer. Ready? Oh. Delightful. This one's going to be less satisfying because I'm going to hit my head. Yep. Okay. Let's do that. Ding, ding. There we go. Oh, what a delight. And then last but certainly not least, this side. What did I do? I got stuck under here? How did I do that? How did I do this? All right, cool. Okay, so anything that goes in there, we got another pipe. It'll end up right in here. Oh, is it? Okay, good. It's not the exact same level as that one, which is good, probably. But also, I don't think it matters much because I think that one will probably not be visible. But let's check our sight lines just to make sure. You gotta check the sight lines. Okay, looks like nothing because the trapdoors don't render, but there they do, they render. And from here, it looks like nothing. It looks like just the side of the thing, which I don't hate, I guess. Once you get here, you can differentiate it a little bit. Also, it will be green, which is an important thing to remember. It will look different. It'll look more like that one, right? I just have to wait for it to oxidize. So I think that's okay. I may end up having to pull it out by like a block or two. We'll see. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, depending on exactly how I end up building this side of the facade. But for now, this is okay. And then down here, I'm not going to do the pipe thing because what I want to do, actually, yeah, let me look from down here too. Ow. Oh, there's so many berry bushes. Yeah, I mean, that looks fine. It looks, I think when it's like that teal color, it will look pretty cool, probably. Yeah, but so instead of doing just a pipe all the way across, what I want to do here is have like, I'm ultimately going to have some big structure here that's meant to look like a waste refinery or like a water, I don't know what the terms are. The people who actually do this kind of stuff would probably like roll their eyes at the way I'm describing it, but basically I want to have a bunch of stuff pouring out of a pipe here and like splashing into a pool, and then like secretly it will be a water stream that's moving it across this way. So I think for now to do that, I'm just going to use like stone or something, and then I'll probably tinker a lot off stream if I'm being honest, but maybe I'll use the camera account, make a time lapse, and make everybody happy, and prove to all the skeptics that this is in fact a survival world. I'm running out of rockets. Okay, yeah. So for right now, what I'm going to do is just use stone. I can't reach. I can't reach. Okay, we'll do that. We'll just use stone. I'll just do a pretty simple water stream here with stone, and then I'll probably go back in and decorate this whole area in a way that looks better. But for now, we'll do this kind of a thing. Ah! Placed. Barnacles. All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to go get some more rockets and stuff. Because I'm hurting. I'm hurting for rockets and flying into stuff. I eat golden carrots now. Everyone can get off my case. I'm just joking. They are better. I mean, I eat way less. Oh, I should have had some cake to celebrate 600 instead of my carrot. Oh, no. We've got a cake in the Great Hall for our celebration. So I've been popping over there when I get hungry, but I forgot that time. All right, so we're just going to do basic stone. This is probably not the most efficient way to do this, but it's fine. All right, we'll put that there. We'll put this here. We'll put that there. And we're getting real close to being able to replace this with real water once we make the pipe coming out of the other thing. So that'll be the next step and kind of the final step. So let's empty this out. Okay, so the next thing is going to have a pipe coming out here and just dumping stuff out. And I don't know, I don't know exactly where this is going to be. I should probably try to make sure it lines up. So, okay, so here, there, where's the center? Oh no, this is getting dangerously close to having to do math on stream. This is no good. This is, it is extraordinarily dangerous. I think that it's going to be on this same kind of horizontal line, and we just want to have a pipe sticking out probably just one block from the actual side of the building. Let me grab some bricks. I'm going to do, I think I have to just do a little bit of brick here on the other side. So let's do that. And basically the actual brick goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, okay, so the roof sticks over one block, and then we have 5 blocks that are one further out from that. Okay, let's see if I can remember that and like do it correctly. This is the thing about Minecraft. It's so easy to mess it up. Okay, so this is where the thing's going to be sticking out right here. And we want it to be, here's the roof, and it sticks out one more than that. Right? Like there, I think. Okay, this is actually kind of a game changer. So right here, we'll have it sticking out like that far. This is kind of interesting because it kind of changes the whole point of my all the sight lines I was checking and everything, but that's okay. That's okay. It goes up 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's as far as that will go. Okay, I think that's fine. And so we'll have it just like, we'll have a pipe sticking out like one block, and then it'll be spilling water down into this little trough, and then this thing will pick it up and it'll go back in. And that'll be cool. I think that'll be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tinker around with this a lot, I think. But we'll get something working eventually. It's easy to get sidetracked, but we gotta stay focused on the task at hand. Okay, so this should be fine. We'll have the pipe kind of like here. Oh, that was wrong. That was wrong, but this, nice, that was right. And then like that. And so now this is kind of what we're going for, right? We'll have some brick all the way around here or something with some texturing, of course. And this will be where the actual front of the building is. And then water will be coming out of here, falling in here, traveling across this way, and going up like that. Hopefully it works. Hopefully this is not terrible. I think we can get this working though. So let's add in the rest of this pipe. I also I guess I might just try to extend out the floor here. I'm gonna have to figure out how to landscape this from below. I really don't know exactly what that's gonna look like. I think I need more stone also. But we'll figure it out one way or another. Let me go grab some more stone. Let's do it. Let's grab some stone. I'm gonna have to replenish my stuff pretty soon. Right, because I think we pretty much want to have this coming out all the way here. Is my math right? I need to make sure that it's right. Because if I'm messing this up, it's gonna be so annoying to fix later. Okay, so this roof is not centered. Good to know. Right, okay, so this one's centered on a 2, and this one's centered on a 1. So it's a little bit off, which is fine. But basically we've got that roof overhanging there, 1 extra layer of depth. And then we have this roof hanging off over here, 1 extra layer of depth. Yeah, I think this is right. I think this is right. So let's just do this. I'm just going to fill this in and I'll figure out how to terraform this or what have you later on. Hopefully I'll be able to mostly just hide it because I'm going to do like the waste port system, waste treatment facility, something like that. And then, all right, let's just do a little thing like this just so that we have our bearings. Cool. All right, let's take a look at this from down here. Looks much the same as it did before. Yeah, same with this. Okay, I think we can proceed. So I'm going to do the pipes. I'm going to do the pipes for this, which will be like that. And this is my new perfect piping strategy, which I love. Look at this, so easy. Oh no. As soon as I said it was easy. Oh, I didn't need to be doing that. It's right here. It's like right on the, I can reach it so easily, actually. Oh, I'm out of trapdoors. Wow, man, this really goes through so much copper so fast. Let's make some more. I need to get rid of some junk. Cool. So this will be this pipe. It's like it's like right above this pipe, which is kind of interesting. I didn't know it was going to line up like that, but it kind of works. Obviously this one will turn teal or whatever eventually. We'll do that. We'll do these. I'll put the tops on after we verify that it's all working right. Okay, so let me do the stuff on this side. Okay, so the next thing, so this should work, I think. Right? Water flowing out. And I think the way that we want to do it is having like as little water actually flowing out of that thing as possible. Which I think the way to do that is like, so if this is the final thing, then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so maybe a water source here would do it. And if I make this one packed ice, then we can have a button on there, which I need to get a button. What do I use? Warped, probably. I think I use warped. Right? Yeah, warped buttons. Because eventually it'll all be teal, and like that's kind of close to that. Do I have any in here? No. Okay, I have too much stuff in my inventory. I have way too much stuff in my inventory. All right, I don't need all that brick right now. Let's grab the wood box. Let's grab some warped. Let's make a couple buttons, because I'm going to need a few of these. Cool. So let's put a button here, and then I just want to test this. If I break this water, we should have water flowing all the way out. Yeah. That's cool. Maybe. I can't decide if it's cooler to have the water flowing out or if it would be cooler to have like have it not flowing out. You know what I mean? I think, I don't know. What do we think? What do we think, friends? Do we think having water flowing out of the pipe is cool? If so, like, do we want to try maybe like having it actually be a little bit closer would be good. Let's just try some stuff. I got plenty of ice. It's fine. Let's try moving it. Ow. Try moving it a little closer. let's move it like to here. Does this look better or worse? I think that might look a little better. Like, I feel like you can kind of see the water coming out a bit more. I might want to even try moving it slightly closer. I mean, I guess, no, I was thinking like I should worry about logistics, but no, like I shouldn't. I should just worry about aesthetics. Let's try water there. See what that looks like. I think that's cool. I think that looks good. Yeah, I like that. It looks like it's pouring out more than being kind of weird Minecraft water physics falling out. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so we'll do that. And then, so that means this will have to be packed ice, which is fine. And then we have, I can get rid of this one. We'll put a button on this. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess this doesn't need to be ice anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one will be packed ice. I guess that's not terrible. Oh, that's normal ice. Oops. Oops. Put packed ice there. And then, like, you know, maybe I'll try to do something here. Like, maybe, honestly, maybe I just, like, have these be trapdoors going up or something. Right? Maybe I do something like this. Right? Maybe we even do that. Ooh, fancy. I think that's acceptable. I will accept that. I mean, obviously, we're going to wait for this all to oxidize, but I think that's all right. So then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll have water here. Beautiful. And then now this is a bit of a problem. I think it's possible that I could just replace all of this glass with packed ice. Maybe. And then have a water stream there. So I want to try that first, just because it would be simplest. But it might not work. I'm a little worried that, like, because of the bubble column, like, maybe some stuff will get stuck if there's not flowing water here on this block. Let's try it. Let's see what happens. If it doesn't work, I'll just have to readjust, and that's fine. It is what it is. Let's sleep. Let's get some more packed ice. Let's give it a shot. And of course, some more Red Bull. Okay, so we'll use that. We'll use this for sure. And let me make some more buttons. I'm going to need a bunch of buttons. I don't know how long that thing is. 15, maybe? I hope this works. I don't know if it's going to. We'll just try it and see if it does. I'm going to start by removing this chest and all these hoppers because I don't need them. But actually, before I do that, maybe I'll do the packed ice thing. I'm just going to not worry about losing this glass. I'm just going to do this because it'll be easier. With no offhand to place blocks easily, I'm just going to do the classic Bedrock edition move of breaking the glass and not recovering it. And that's okay. Okay, so in theory, if I put buttons on top of that packed ice, because there's still water flowing here, anything that goes up will flow across. Hopefully, I'm not 100% confident. But let's try it. I guess I'll take all this glass out of here for now. And I guess I can test this. I'll do a test run of this before I fully commit. Just by putting some, what's it called? Bone meal. Oh! Putting some bone meal in here, and hopefully it'll work. Okay, so if this works correctly, because there's still flowing water there, the bone meal or the kelp should float up and then float across and slide across the ice and end up in the hoppers. And I'm not 100% sure if it will, but let's try it. I need more inventory space. Oh, you know what I need is a bundle, and I have a bundle. Oh man, I always forget. I always forget because they're just that amazing bundles. Love them. Love them. Okay, let's do it. And how do we do it? We grab like a bone block out of here. And in theory, if I put it in here, it'll start making a ton of kelp. Will it work? Is the question. Takes a second to warm up, I think. Or something's broken. Something's definitely broken. Well, what's broken? Okay, well, I can stop. I don't need... Oh, we're too late. Okay, so it's all bone meal. What? How does this work? I built this like not that long ago. How does it work? It's this thing, right? It's... So if there's anything in here, it powers the whole system and does the pistons. And I guess the problem is it somehow it got stuck or something. I don't really know. Man, it's actually really broken, isn't it? Is it just because there's a ton of bone meal in here? Okay, well now at least it's all flowing into the dispensers. So if I could just give it a second, maybe it'll all just go in there. And then I'll be able to fix it. You know, this is what I get for just designing my own kelp farm and not following a well-tested, well-designed tutorial or anything like that. But I think once this is all working, once it's all automated, like a lot of these issues will go away. I think part of the problem now is that I've been like manually doing parts of it. And once it's all working, at least I'll be able to like find the errors, find the failure points and fix them quickly. How we looking? Are we getting close? We're getting close. I didn't need to put more bone meal in here, that's for sure. Okay, so I think now if I once that's off now. Cool. Yeah, so now I think if I put this here and then if I put in like one more, maybe it'll work. It'll start. Will it start? Yes. Okay, I mean, it did it. And all the, I mean, that's kind of all I needed to test, right? Was that it worked. And it all went into this thing. So there should be 5, 10, 12 in here. Okay. Well, there's more than that, but that's okay. Man, this system is not perfect. What if I pop one of these in here? Okay. That should have been a little bit of a test. Okay, it's definitely all going in. Okay, that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'll deal with the issues with this kelp farm later. The point is, it's all flowing across this packed, what's it called? Packed ice here. And it's landing in these hoppers right now, which means I can remove them. And we can turn this into a water stream and it will work, hopefully. I guess it's possible that there's like one spot where it won't work. We'll cross that bridge if we get to it. Yeah, so basically we can probably, how are we going to do this? I mean, the simplest way would just be have a single water stream going all the way across here. But that isn't really going to work, I guess, because there's going to be like one slice that's hitting a packed ice. Don't love that. Don't love that. Let's do it anyway. I'll deal with that inefficiency later. Yeah, let's just do it anyway. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or maybe from this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's actually perfect, which is nice. This one spot's going to be a problem, but I'll figure something out. I don't know exactly what I'll do, but I'll figure something out. We'll put a button there for now. And then, so in theory, if I have water here flowing that way, and then another water here flowing this way, if I break this, that will flow perfectly there. And then, yeah, this thing is like theoretically done. So now any kelp should flow, yeah, with the exception of this one spot, which is going to be a tricky thing. Honestly, you know what I could do? This is so stupid. This is so stupid. But what if this one spot, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 of these slots. What if 11 of them go to the super smelter, but one of them, the 12th one, goes down here and goes like into a barrel or something. This is so silly. But let's do it anyway, just for right now. Because that one spot is definitely going to be a problem. So let's just do this. And then in theory, oh, I broke my beautiful texturing, unfortunately. Let me get out. How do I get out of here? How do I get out? Let me out. I need to sleep. It's raining and gross and horrible. Okay, so yeah, this one spot right here will be, I don't know how I had this. That's fine. I'll just do that there and this there, and then we'll call that Beautiful. I'll replace that with a barrel probably. But so like, yeah, this will get a little bit of kelp. This will get like some kelp and probably enough that it won't be an issue. This is probably silly, but I'll figure something better out eventually. Okay, so let's do the rest of this. We're getting real close here. So in theory, if I like pulse this thing again, and I can do that by popping a bone block. I can do that by popping a bone block in here. If I pulse this thing again, we should get some kelp growing. It should all come across mostly, except for like the one that went in there. That's really funny. The rest of it should come this way. And it should all make its way across into my inventory. Right, but it would have gone down here. Probably. And we'll test that out. Oh, I fell in the water. I fell. Of course I fell. Okay, so all we need to do really is let's do some packed ice here. And another button. And then some normal ice here just to get some water flowing. And then we'll turn this into a, I guess we'll do the same thing here. We'll get packed ice and a button. I'll probably adjust this part, but that's fine. We'll make this a soul sand. It'll pipe that up there. We'll have a button here and ice there. Perfect. We'll have ice here. Perfect. Here we are just doing more water streams. Water streams. Water streams. Okay, I think this should work. I'll do the bubble column thing now, which is like oh, you know what? I'm kind of hungry. So this is a perfect opportunity to go take a little break and celebrate for just a moment. Let me try to put away some of my junk. What do I even have here? So much junk. Oh, my bundle. All right, let's just throw it all into shulker boxes. We'll deal with this all later. It's fine. It's fine. Because I want a piece of cake. Because we're celebrating, gosh darn it, we're celebrating 599 subscribers. But now, actually, we're celebrating... Ooh! What are we celebrating? We're celebrating 601 subscribers. How exciting is that? 601 subscribers? Amazing. Let's have a piece of cake about it. Ooh, delicious. You know what? I could go for another. Oh, so good. What a great celebration cake that is. And don't forget, check out the video. Check it out. While we're here, it looks like some lava was dripped out here, so I'll fill up another bucket. We're trying to fill all these buckets with lava. So that's kind of a background task. Oh, experience. We can heal up a bunch of our tools. Love this place. What a place. All right, final stretch of this relatively boring task. So let's just do it. Let's just knock it out. We need kelp, we need bone meal, we need some dirt, we need some soul sand, and that should be pretty much it. And I should have all that stuff readily accessible to me right here. So let's see. We got soul sand. Great. Piece of soul sand. Lovely. Dirt. Piece of dirt. Wonderful. Kelp. Piece of kelp. There's so much. This whole place is kelp. But we'll grab some kelp anyway. And then bone meal, of course. I'm not even going to pretend to do anything other than just grab some bone meal right out of here because I have an obscene amount. So let's do it. Let's finish up this last bit. We're going to put a dirt here. And then we're going to fly up here. And I'm wearing my hit that helmet, which is my respiration helmet. So this should be good. The water should flow down naturally. And if I then put some kelp here and start bone mealing it, we should be able to turn this all into water source blocks. There they go. And now all I need to do is replace that dirt with soul sand. And there it is. And now if I fly in there, look at this, perfect bubble column. Excellent. Cool. How's this looking? That's not flammable. That's flammable. Okay, cool. So I think this actually might just be done. I mean, I want to put the tops, like the top copper trapdoors and stuff in the pipe. But let's give it a try again. If I put some bone blocks in here and then stand out of the way, we should start to see stuff happen. We got kelp. We got kelp coming. Here it comes. Excellent. Is it making it? No, it's overshooting it. It's totally overshooting it. It's totally overshooting it. Okay. Yep, the kelp. This water stream is not exactly working perfectly. Yep. The kelp is totally missing the mark with that one. Well, okay. I'm sure there's an elegant solution to that problem. What I'm going to do about it right now is put a block here. I'm just going to put a block right there. And try again. Let's grab that kelp. Hi! Did you pick up something I dropped? And now you're going to stay around forever. He will not be staying around forever. Okay, so let's see. Let's try again with my stupid little temporary solution in place. Oh, we have... Oh, man. This thing just gets... This thing does not... Oh, also there's stuff stuck there. Okay, this system has lots of problems. We've definitely got lots of problems. But we have some things that are working. Right? Okay. Yeah, mostly we've got kelp flowing through. And it is, in fact, still not... Okay, let's put that there. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Now we've got it going. Right? Okay, it's popping out pretty high right now, but that's okay. That's kind of funny, actually. And it's all going in. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, it's working. It's more or less working. It's a little bit ridiculous, but it is more or less working. Now, is that actually the end of it, or did it get stuck? Yeah, no, that's the end of it. Good. Okay, cool. How's this look from our sight lines? Let's check our sight lines. Looks like a whole lot of nothing. The water, yeah, the water looks all right. I mean, obviously there's moss in front of it right now, which makes it look worse. Let me sleep. Let me sleep here. Oh. And let's check our other main sightline of the evening, which is this one, of course. Okay, yeah. I mean, that looks fine. That looks kind of cool. Like maybe that'd be cool. All right. You know what? I'll take it. And I think, frankly, on that note, this has been a successful project. I accomplished a thing. I also achieved something in that we got, what do we get? We got Who Needs Rockets? I launched myself upward 8 blocks with wind charges. And how fun was that? Let's be real. How fun was that? So I'm feeling accomplished. I'm feeling like I've achieved something. I want to take a look from where we were at when we started the stream, which was over here. It looks much the same. Looks basically exactly identical to the way it looked when we started, but wow. Ooh, so cool. It's all coming along, isn't it? Isn't it all just coming along? One way or another, it's coming along. And I think on that note, I'm losing my voice as per usual. Right around the 2-hour mark, as I tend to do. Maybe I'll get better at this over time. You know, maybe I'll be able to talk more for longer. But my jaw is getting tired. So I'm gonna do my last trick. The last trick I got up my sleeve for this stream. Before I do that, I will wave goodbye. That didn't really work. Let's try that again. I will wave goodbye. And I will say, we accomplished so much today. Kind of. We did a couple things, which is all you can do, really. And thank you so much for joining me. I hope you had a blast. I hope it was a delightful time. I think that we will say goodbye as we float up into the heavens above our ship and our industrial district and our castle. And thank you so much for joining me. I'll see y'all next time. Adios. So long. See ya.